Okay, amazing. We are now live. Hello, what's good, people? It's currently 34 minutes past 9 p.m., Sunday, the 30th of June, 2024. Welcome to another amazing episode of Technically Speaking, which is a free weekly show covering everything charts, technicals, and trading. Welcome to another amazing episode of Technically. Just making sure everything was working on the YouTube. This show is usually every Sunday, 8 p.m. till 9 p.m. UK time for nearly the past year now. However, because I was traveling from Birmingham to Manchester and stuck on a train, that is why we are starting 9 minutes late. Regardless, I know a lot of people couldn't make today's live because of the change of timing. We hope that everybody enjoys the fire replay. Let's get the introductions out the way. So, Blockchain Sensei, who are we? We are the UK's leading Black and Asian owned Web3 solutions and financial literacy company. We solve problems in the Web3 and crypto space, the emerging technology space, including but not limited to, don't know what failed to load, helping such companies raise capital, helping such companies connect with developers and strategic business partnerships. What is failing to load? I don't know what you're talking about, Instagram. We do three free webinars a week, Mondays, Fridays, Sundays, 8 p.m. plus. Mondays is our legacy show, every Monday, 8 p.m. till 9:30 UK time since 2020. And this is where we cover mainly stocks and crypto and macro fundamentals with special guests. As once a month, we do a stream of Crypto Mondays. Fridays is our non-fungible token show talking about digital assets. And Sundays is our charts and trading show. If you're a Manchester resident, you can come to Create Tech, which is our free weekly meetup, helping particularly creatives with emerging technologies and financial literacy, and helping creatives monetize on their creativity. This has been going for the whole of 2024, and will be going for the next 8 weeks, as I am actually moving to Bali, for those that don't know, in September. So let's get into the disclaimer. Disclaimer: terms and conditions. All content is for education, information, and entertainment purposes only, and it should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy, sell, hold any assets, nor place in trades. Please always do your what, guys? Yeah, please do your own research. Our content is intended should only be used for informational use only. It's very important to do your own analysis before making any investments, which should be based on your own individual circumstances. You should always take independent professional advice from a professional advisor. BitBlond, are you a professional financial advisor? No. BitBlond is not a professional financial advisor. Alternatively, independently research and verify all and any information you may find in our show that you may wish to rely upon, whether you wish to make an investment decision or otherwise. All investments come with what? Risk. So please always do your own research. Neither myself, BitBlond, or anybody in the Zoom are financial advisors, and we do not tend to be perceived or received as financial advisors. However, we're working in collaboration with several accredited advisors. So if you're unable to mitigate your risk, let us know immediately so we can refer you to an accredited financial advisor. Okay. So, BitBlond, would you like to go first?
Yeah. Hello again, back to our Sunday TA. I've been in this Bitcoin long position for a long time. I don't even know how many days. Actually, I don't know. 4 days already. It's quite bogging at the moment, but at least we're going to the 200 AMA direction, I would say. So, the best thing to do if you want longing already, just be patient. I believe we are going to retest 64, 65, where the 200 EMA is. That's a new indicator that I'm using. Just testing. Let's see how it's going to perform. But however, I've been in this position for a couple of days. Ethereum, it's the same. Okay, I bought here. I don't know why I got stopped, and then I've been long in ETH from the same day as BTC. So currently waiting on Ethereum to retest 3,500 and potentially go higher. I don't know if we are going to go higher, but probably tomorrow is time to add a stop loss already, just in case that we test the 200 EMA and go back down. So it's always nice to have a stop loss, but I'm not adding yet, as we just kind of recover from this first pump and now apparently going back up once more. Um, and it's the same thing with Bitcoin. Okay, what can I say? It's very, very boring at the moment, but at least it's going up to the upside. So I'm fine with. Let's move into Pepe. I'm not trading Pepe today, but I was just having a look on Pepe. Oh, that was my previous one. So I think Pepe is in a nice buying zone as well. If you look into, let me get the sort of support around here, you know, it's building kind of a support here and a resistance, and it's starting to pump. So that's the 4 hour time frame. So I'm considering starting a new long on Pepe. I am. Yeah, apart from that, I'm not trading anything else at the moment, but I'm considering Pepe as we are holding, we rested, went back up, and then we tested once more, went back up, went sorry, back up, and then apparently we're doing the same thing here. So I think it could be an interesting long position. I'm thinking about to enter like tonight or something. If you put like 15% just below, it could be an interesting trade, you know. Pepe is doing great. I'm very surprised that Pepe is still alive.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere in 2022.
Yeah, yeah, it's very, very interesting to
You know what
see.
I heard? I heard there was actually a previous meme coin cycle of Pepe's in the 2017-2018 bull run.
Well, I'm not sure,
So someone's
but
like,
let's move to crypto bubbles because I saw another meme coin from Pepe coming from Pepe too. Oh, pay. That's the one. It's 120% up. Pay, not sure. So Pepe community is quite active as well. Okay, that's not like financial advice at all on holding Pepe. Okay, that's just on a trading side.
what is Pepe? What's the market cap of that? This just appeared from nowhere.
90.87 million at the moment. It's
Hmm.
related to Pepe, clearly. And
Is
I've
it
seen
though, or is it just anyone created that?
I don't know actually. It looked like it's related to China, but I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, this one, no. Is this one related to Pepe?
Wojak?
Wojak?
I'm not too sure.
Yeah. So I'm not sure about this one because it's pumping too hard already. But Pepe is looking good too long to die. And
Because the week
better finance is up. Um, Wirex token apparently moving a little bit. So yeah, you got a lot of opportunities on the altcoin market today. Cream Finance is down 33%, so it could be a nice one to the week. But at the moment, as I mentioned, I'm only trading Bitcoin, Ethereum for some time, and I'm considering longing Pepe right now. Just waiting on the best entry because I'm quite not that late, but let's say I just want to get the best price. Any questions?
Krog, you got a question for BitBlond?
Or at least Bitcoin is doing fine, it's holding. So let's see how this week will treat us.
Yep. What are some top altcoins that you're looking at? As it's literally the last day of Q2.
I'm not actually, because I already hold a couple of them. I don't even know what to say at the moment. I think I'll just hold the ones I have, but I expect more for XRP this round. Let's see. I think XRP should be doing more, and Cardano too, because I have Cardano like since I've entered crypto. That was like the third one I bought was Cardano, and Cardano is doing like compared to all the altcoins. I don't even know what is going on with this project anymore.
Yeah, I don't have that. I don't have a lot of faith in Cardano. I can't lie. It's just, I don't know. It's just the network just hasn't been adopted.
They were very popular before, like Litecoin, XRP, the old ones. I still have some. But right now, it's really a lot of things going on. Like it's a lot of tokens, meme coins, a lot of things. It's hard to keep up, really. It's hard. It's crazy. And I think with adoption, it's just going to get higher. So we can expect new projects to enter blockchain all the time.
Yep. Cool. Anything else from your side?
No, that's what I'm doing today.
Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a look at. Oh, hello, Mr. Harding. How are you? I didn't know you was here.
Yeah, I was here earlier. I was just trying to sort out my my stuff.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go next. We're gonna take a look at the Twitter of something called Thomas on. Well, he's called Thomas on Markets, and one of the paid subscription services I pay for. The professor in that likes to have a look at this guy. So one of the biggest lessons that I've learned in this game is to always pay attention to liquidity. Liquidity is the biggest driver of price across all markets. Without liquidity, price can't go up or down. If there is a liquidity freeze, price stays still and nobody can sell. So this guy's always talking about liquidity. So I'm just gonna talk over his last two tweets on the 28th and the 30th. So net Federal Reserve liquidity is continuing to nosedive. Chart 1, right? As we can see here, we peaked our net liquidity at the start of the year, which makes sense. This is literally in line with crypto. Look how the net liquidity looks like a less violent crypto chart. It's actually quite funny how things peaked in March, and then ever since Fed liquidity has been going down and crypto has been going down, right? So it says here that it's fallen 94 billion this week so far. That's in addition to the 172 billion fall last week, and it's now at its lowest level so far in 2024. I expect it will fall further once the new data drops in for today. The liquidity squeeze is most likely being caused by rapid build in the reserve repo balance. This is basically the opposite of liquidity. When there's more what's called a repo. It means that the Fed are holding. Sorry. Basically, this is the opposite of liquidity. When this goes up, liquidity dries up and assets go down. That's all you kind of got to know, right? So, the liquidity squeeze is mostly being caused. We read that. Bitcoin, which is hypersensitive to liquidity swings, continues to struggle with the net Fed liquidity is falling. Charts 3 and 4, right? So net Fed liquidity, as you can see here, we peaked. And then as we started to decline, crypto started to decline. However, we are the lowest, with the lowest we've been since the start of the year. Okay. Major US stock indices have been up and down this week, but both S&P 500 and the Nasdaq are currently roughly flat for the week. Gold has struggled, but looks like it may close for green for the week. Looking at previous data, we are still within the eye of the storm, so look out for potential further weakness. Sorry, I'm going to mute somebody. I'm going to mute Mark. I think it's Mark. Okay, further weakness in asset markets early next week. But as I said, as I said previously, I expect net Fed liquidity to snap back up next week as a new quarter begins. I do believe that also because remember today is the last day of Q2. Okay, today and the weekend's over. So this is the latest one. So net Fed liquidity plummeted 227 billion last week and is now at its lowest level so far in 2024, just like he said on the 28th of June tweet. This is today's tweet, so the most recent. So this coincided with the following drawdowns. S&P 500 minus 1%, Nasdaq minus 2%, Bitcoin minus 4.5%. Even bonds fell. The net liquidity drop was largely due to what is known as end-of-quarter window dressing. Banks and financial institutions shuffle positions to meet regulatory requirements and adjust balance sheets at the end of the quarter. I think net Fed liquidity will snap back up probably on Monday, which is tomorrow, as positions are rejigged again for the new quarter liquidity release back into the markets. This could be another violent swing, but this time to the upside, 200 billion. 227 billion out, 200 billion in. Over the past 18 months, asset markets, and particularly US stocks, have often shown weakness for 2 to 5 days after a big end-of-quarter fall in Fed liquidity. So watch out for further weakness early next week. Then the big question is what happens next. I think Friday's net liquidity low may end up being a sustainable low, and there is likely to be general upside here for net liquidity for the next few months at the very least. That brings us on to this tweet here, also by Thomas on the 27th, basically stating that we're expecting to turn around. We'll skip this. However, I do believe the general consensus is that crypto has a little bit more to pull back. Remember, we've not gone through the expected 30% pullback. So basically, I'm still a bit more bearish than bullish in terms of being able to complete the 30% pullback. And if Bitcoin goes to 52,000, that would be a sensational buying opportunity. Right now, I describe altcoins as a great buying opportunity. One of the paid subscriptions I pay for has a daily long-term bullish bearish probability and a medium trend probability. As we can see, we've been getting more and more bearish as time goes on. So I still believe there needs to be a little bit more of a squeeze. However, I'm not banking on it. So it's not like I'm waiting aside with all the altcoins in the world. Go to CoinMarketCap. Cap.com. Oh my God, I cannot type today. Sorry, guys. Okay. So fear and greed, we are at these. It's almost like a support of fear and greed, which is around 44, 47. Let me just show you guys. Yeah. Oh my God, we are at the lowest. Oh wow! Look at that. If you zoom in, yeah, we're literally at the lowest. The fear is at the lowest it has been for the entire year. Look at that. Literally, look at that right there. The lowest it's ever been. Okay, cool. I think I'm getting a bit. Yeah. I think I got FOMO now. I think today's the day that I snap. I've been waiting on the sideline for a very long time now, so I think I might snap today. I was hoping for a $7 ton, but let me not get greedy. And I was hoping for $7 render, but I think I'm trying to go in. Okay, now one thing that you guys should add to your analysis is Google Trends. Just this is something that I have incorporated, and it's gave me increased confidence in doing the right thing, because generally speaking, if you go against the herd, you will do the right thing. So as we can see, if we go to the past 5 years, we're at a low right now. Crypto people literally, the global care factor of crypto is the same as the October 2022 low. So Bitcoin is at 60K, and people care about Bitcoin exactly the same as October 2022, when Bitcoin was 16K and Solana was like $10. Well, in that case, let me give you the floor.
Nah, carry on, bro. You're in your bag, bro.
Oh, okay. Sure. So let me go back to Google Trends. 1 second. Oh my God, StreamYard. Back to Google Trends, Chrome. 1 sec, Crypto Explorer. Also, just to give a consensus as well, yeah. I believe for anybody who cares about NFTs, because NFTs are definitely not dead, right? There is a possibility that, look at this, right? So remember, NFTs, the peak NFT interest was after the top of the bull market. And I don't know if I think that might repeat this year, where sorry? Oh, what? So you think we're going to have an NFT top and then a crypto top? Yeah. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Well, no. Memes banged before NFTs. Yeah, but we had a random Pepe run in April 2022, which made no sense. No, we had a random Pepe run in April 2023. Sorry, 2022. But anyway, so as we can see, this is basic data showing that the majority of the world do not care about Bitcoin. I cannot believe that Bitcoin interest is at 15 when it was 52 in mid-March. So this is, everything's lining up right now. And if I just go to Trading View, which again is not my main Trading View, because I can't switch Chromium tabs because of the way StreamYard is set up. It's very interesting because all the indicators tell me that crypto has a bit further to go, but the macro saying, see, the market will mess you up in the following ways, right? One sec. Let me stop sharing my screen for a second. Stop sharing here and just share. Oh wait, 1 second. Just share, because I just want to look into the camera to give this game. All right, so the markets will do this interesting thing, right, where they'll shake out the majority of retail and dumb money, right? But remember, we as retail are not smart money. We are smarter than retail. So somewhere in between, right? Somewhere in between the whales who have the inside information and the retail that don't know anything. And crypto likes to mess with people like myself and Mr. Hardin, where we're not whales, we're not insiders, but we're highly educated individuals. And it's quite interesting because the technical analysis of cryptocurrency charts, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, crypto total market cap minus Bitcoin, crypto total market cap minus Bitcoin, Ethereum, top 10 cryptos, and all of crypto minus top 10. According to technical analysis indicators, generally say downside. Generally say we've got a bit further to go. The NASDAQ tells me and NVIDIA tell me that they're overvalued and they've got to be pulled back. However, net liquidity on the other is at the 2024 low, and fear and greed is at the low, which is a buy signal. So this is where, as an investor, we need to snap at the great time, because the problem now, and this is a very, very unique problem, is where you have a greed of wanting to wait to buy the ultimate dip. Like every investor, including myself and Mr. Hardin, we want the sensational price. When you've got enough time in this game, you get greedy because you don't want the good price. Like if we measure it right, there's an okay price, there's a good price, there's a great price, and there's a sensational price. And right now, alts are at a great price, but I don't know if they'll go to the sensational price. But you need to have a plan in case they go to the sensational price. Huh?
This is where people mess up.
Yeah.
Because they missed it and then they start aping in at the wrong price.
Yeah. So it's
I'm guilty.
Yeah, I'm guilty as well. But I think tonight's going to be the night that I actually FOMO in, just a little bit, because look, right, we crossed over. Oh, do you know what I like to do, mate? Like, you're gonna like this. Add custom interval. I started looking at the. Oh, I can't even do it with this. Right, I can't do this version of TradingView, but basically, I've started looking at the three day chart, because it's somewhere in between the monthly, the weekly and the daily. But basically, all you gotta know is, even though you guys can't see this, the 10-20 moving average is has basically just crossed over on the 3 day. It's just crossed over on the 3 day, which I cannot show you, for a lot of macro crypto indicators. And on the weekly, last time I checked, it was about to cross. But yeah, that's where I'm in the market. If you buy good altcoins, not financial advice, at today's price, including but not limited to Render, Ton, Arbitrum, Avax, there is an extreme the data shows that in 3 to 6 months, you will make optimal returns. However, there is still a possibility that we get a huge shakeout, and you need to accept that you can buy altcoins today and still see 30% drawdown, which is not what people want to see, but it can happen. And I'm not too sure if it's going to happen or not now, because liquidity is at the bottom, greed's at the bottom, which is a buy signal, but 10-20 moving averages and RSIs are telling me further downside. So, yeah. No, I know that's not a conclusive thing, but I'm slightly bearish on a bit more pullback, but I don't have so much conviction that I'm willing to wait.
I hear you. Okay, so my turn, yeah? So this is now going to be deeper alpha. this is going to be doing whoever's on the call. We're going to go through their picks as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to just discuss some stuff that we, in the way in which we would do in the dojo, right? So this is maximum alpha. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to get this level of alpha, then and this level of fundamental analysis and technical analysis, and get your charts analyzed on a weekly basis, anything that you're holding, then this is what the dojo group is all about. Okay, cool. So let me share my screen. So we do this once a quarter. We'll do an open dojo session just to show people what's happening in the dojo. So again, I'm agreeing with Ninja. One of the things that I've been calling for a while is that I believe we're in the world's biggest cup and handle. Now, I called this before, that we were in a giant cup and handle, and this was in 2020. I called this, and I was shockingly right. And I feel the same thing is happening right now. This is what is happening. The hope and the shakeout has happened. From here is the bullish banana zone. This is something that all of the big macro people that I respect are suggesting. Now, in terms of the dip and why it happened, I, in previous episodes, have discussed the Wyckoff distribution. This is for the dojo members. I'm just going to quickly bring up Wyckoff distribution again, just so you can see it, and it will make a little bit more sense for you. If you're not a dojo member, you've probably never seen me go into Wyckoff distribution in detail, but I'm going to do it a little bit here. So let's do this. Wait a minute. Let me just bring this up. Where is my Wyckoff distribution cycle? Is my Wyckoff? No. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, cool. So, a few of these actually. So I will show a few of them. Bear with me a second, guys. Okay, cool. So, and share screen now. Okay, so this is going over what we've gone over before for the current dojo members. But this is Wyckoff distribution, right? This is the pattern that we're looking for. I call it the McDonald's sign. We're looking for the big fat M in the middle, whereby the price is saying that I'm loving it. So what we're looking for is the price to come up, to go sideways, and do a pullback. Now, this pullback is exactly what has just happened, right? This pullback. Why is it not? Let me show you the screen. This is another example of it. Here. Yeah. This kind of shakeout, this kind of M here. Now, because we haven't had this level and this sideways accumulation, we've had the downward sloped, a downward wedge accumulation. We actually had a flatline accumulation. This is what then happens, right? And we get to this high, we get this little mini shakeout, and it scares everybody out, and then we go in. Now, and we go up, and we go bananas only. Now, let's talk a little bit about the bigger macro side of things, of what's happening that nobody's talking about. Now, unless you're in these big macro circles like Real Vision, you're not going to know anything about what's happening in Japan. Now, Japan are the biggest holders of bonds. They've got the most US treasuries. And there is a situation at the moment where they are going to sell US treasuries or going to take out loans for cash. And if this, basically, there's about to be a massive liquidity event, right? And in this massive liquidity event, it means that money comes into the market. And if money comes into the market, what happens to the actual markets? They fly. Now, for this to happen, we would need the bond rates to go down. Why would bond rates go down? If they start being sold. Because if they start being sold, it means that people don't want to hold the bonds anymore, which means that big money that is holding money in the hundreds of billions and trillions in bonds realizes that they can get better gains in the market. It's worth it for them to take the risks because things are quite underpriced. So this is exactly what I'm expecting to happen here. So let's just go and quickly look at, is it showing my trading view screen? On to trading view. Okay, cool. So again, if you know me and you know the dojo, we don't like to look at things on the daily. We like to look at things on the monthly and the weekly. Why? Because that's how institutions are looking at things. They're looking at things on a quarterly basis. They're not looking at things on a daily basis because they don't move money daily. They have to move money monthly and weekly because they're moving things in the billions. You can't enter or exit a billion out of a market in one go because that will move the markets too much and cause too much fear. So what they have to do is in small entrenchments over a period of time. Now, what we have here is a really nice flat support line. So we can see profit has been taken in this previous quarter, which was in April, right? Now, from April, if we go to the weekly, let's have a bit of a better look. We've got this nice uptrend, right? And this uptrend came straight after May. What happened after May? We had a quadruple witching. Now, quadruple witching, what is that? Again, for those that are in the dojo, you'll know. Those that are not in the dojo, you won't know. Quadruple witching is the time period when all futures and options expire on both the individual stocks and also the indexes. So that basically means people that were holding money in stocks for a large amount of stocks get liquidated, which then when a large amount of stocks get liquidated, what happens to the markets? Oh yeah, they come down. So one of the biggest options and futures that got liquidated was a little known stock called NVIDIA. Now, if you know anything about NVIDIA, NVIDIA got to a $3 trillion market cap, and it meant that it was actually carrying the entire S&P 500. So it went down by 10%. If anyone wants to work out the math of what 10% of 3 trillion is, that means that there was 300 billion that got liquidated from NVIDIA. So that means there's 300 billion of cash sitting on the sidelines of NVIDIA. So the question is, where's that going? Because we can clearly see this liquidation here, right? So this happened on the 20th of June up to the 24th. So from this liquidation here, we got to a nice level here, which we can see the nice support line just under there. Now, from this moment on, this is now where we've hit this 20 moving average. What we are looking for is the 10-20 cross. Now, if we had a 10-20 cross, this would have been a bad sign for NVIDIA because the 10-20 cross statistically is right 90% of the time. We, however, didn't get this 10-20 cross. So that means NVIDIA is actually still bullish. So from here, what do we need for macro investors to be able to still invest in NVIDIA? They need more liquidity. And that's what they don't have. So this liquidity, what's going to happen? It's going to come into the market and we're going to see it anytime soon. So that's the bigger kind of macro play there. So I just want to highlight some tweets from our good friend. And also, you know what? I'm going to show a little bit more insight into the dojo, the kind of things that are in the dojo. Because one of the things that you're going to start seeing now is you're going to start seeing loads of people talking about hamster combat and different Telegram games. So I'm just going to give you a sneak peek inside the dojo. So here's me inside the Crypto King Alpha group. All of the alpha groups that I'm in, some of the information I relay over. We've got different bots that we've got that are searching for meme coins. But here we go is the dojo. So in the dojo, what do you get? You get our general chat. You get a Ninja and Jay doing daily calls. You get stock swing trades from us. You get NFTs that we're looking for, and also free NFTs that are available to mint on base, like this Adidas NFT, the Batman Funko drop that happened, the Chomp drop that happened. Absolutely tons of NFTs that are free or very, very cheap. Then we've got all our we've got a whole channel dedicated to Telegram games. And earning what potentially most likely will be an airdrop there. Then we've got a whole channel dedicated to airdrops. Then we've got a whole channel dedicated to trade signals, like this one from Anson, who was looking at Billy. And Billy, what's happened with Billy, that has gone up to do 300% in the last couple of days. I do believe so. Then we've also got our pre-sales that we get access to and that we're dropping to our community. So if you want all of that, then you've got to become a dojo member. So let's go into the other thing that we do for dojo members, and that is give them the individual calls on individual assets. So who have we got on the call that is a dojo member? Because I believe you're getting 2 picks today. So let's see who we've got on the call. I believe we should have Mr. Marky Mark.
Hey, hi there.
How you doing, buddy? You're good?
All good in the hood, man.
What do you want us to look at today, buddy?
A bit of a, well, could we start with a couple of things? First one is Solana. That's where I always like to start.
Mm-hmm.
And then secondly, after Solana, what AI coins that you'd look at?
Okay.
I already have Render.
Okay.
So on top of Render.
Cool. So you want to go Solana. Also in the dojo, you get to see things that I'm buying in real time. So before I go to Solana, let's just go to the calls, the things that I bought the other day. So I bought some Cardano.
Why?
Just because it was at that crazy low point, right? Okay. It was at that point whereby it done the wick out. Do you remember this here?
Yeah.
I talked about this. It done this wick out, and I just believed that from there it would bounce up. I just when this bolly wick out happens, for me that is a strong buy zone for me. It's very like
what's the use case with Cardano though? Where's isn't it? Just
I don't think use case matters in the zone that we're about to go into.
Right, you're just looking for almost like a meme coin, in and out.
Yeah, something that's just massively undervalued. And I think it's going to go up to at least its previous market cap. So that was one of them. The other one was Cosmos. Bought some of that.
Same principle.
This was known as yep, same principle. We can see here we had the same wick out from here, so I'm happy with that. And then on the stock side, I bought some Zoom.
You did buy, okay.
And some Paramount.
Yeah, I saw your
Cool.
Same reasons.
Yep, exact same reasons. And we can see with Zoom, we had our wick out and we had this crazily low RSI. And then when we looked at the fundamentals on the company, it was looking pretty good as well, if you remember. And since then, it has gone up since last week. So last week was around here. So we're up a little bit already on that one. And then we will go to Solana now for you. So first of all, golden rule is we will zoom out and we will go to the weekly time frame first. We'll turn off these additional indicators because we don't need them. Don't need that. We've been these for this session. If you want these additional indicators, let us know. We'll give you a referral to TradingView, as TradingView is one of our partners. Okay, cool. So on the weekly, how are we looking? If you ask me, there's been a nice uptrend. And then from this uptrend, the support building right here. It's clear as day. In fact, that support line, I don't know what else you need for that to look like a support line. 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. That to me is a buying zone. Even more enhanced that this new support is the previous resistance. So yeah, this is screaming to me. It's got a nice low RSI in comparison to where it was. Very good buy zone here. I think before we did call between 100 and 120 was a good buy zone. So if we're at now, well, 120 is gone, but still fairly decent buy zone in my opinion. I'm dollar cost averaging into this anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We've got our wick out here. And what makes this even better, we have now just crossed over the 200-day moving average on Solana. So we're back into the bullish zone there. And it looks like a 1020 cross is potentially going to form here on this here. So we'll just wait for that one on that. So that's Solana. And again, yes, I am bullish that we will get to $800 at least. Between $800 and maybe $2,000 Solana.
Wow. Have you got? Have you got?
Yep. Did you not see that sometimes I predict things like a Solana ETF? Did that happen? Is that in the works?
Have you got any outside of Render? Have you got any other coins like PAL, Aura, Aura AI, Gala,
Singularity,
AGIX, GPT, or Rio?
So you want Singularity? They have some crazy stuff going on. These guys, Singularity DAO. This is already started moving.
Too late.
It's not fully too late. It's sitting back on the top of the 1020. So we can see that it was in a downward slope from the previous 1020 crossover. So the perfect time to get out of this was here at this 1020 crossover. You can see the red has gone on top of the green. That means get the hell out. So now what we're looking for, we've got a majorly crushed RSI just here. We've got a really tiny wick tap out here. So from that wick tap out, what happened? We've got our first bit of the move. So the engine is roaring at 30%. And the green line to go over the red, and then it's off to the races on Singularity DAO. So yeah, do your research on that one and check that one out as so next I will go to Debem's not here. Okay, so our other dojo member is Crag. Crag, are you there?
Yo.
What do you want us to look at?
Can we look at Coinbase?
Of course we can look at Coinbase. You know I love looking at Coinbase. Cool. So with Coinbase, this is probably one of the ones where we would even go back to quarterly candles just to get the true institutional view of Coinbase. So it appears that my sell zone was actually at 281 and we've hit that. So I should have taken some profit there. I believe I did take some profit there at 281. So this one I've been buying since IPOs just for sentimental reasons. I just wanted to be able to say that I bought it on the first day it was out. I did actually sell out of it after that and then bought again near the bottom. So my average price is around here. This is the zone I was buying, around 166. I have bought some around here, around the $30 mark. I remember when we did a whole episode on this when Coinbase was at $30 and we were just like, this is ridiculous. Coinbase is at $30. I believe this will get up to at least $1,000, potentially $3,000, and we'll do a stock split. I believe that Coinbase is the one stock that will, in the next 5 years, become $1 trillion crypto company, just because of the complete monopoly that they've got on the space with all the institutions. So that's that one. Then let's have a look at this on the monthly. We've got a nice 10-20 cross there on the monthly and a beautiful support line on the monthly. I mean, what more do you need written for you on these monthly candles? Like, doesn't really happen that often that you get a 10-20 cross and a support line on the monthly. If you did that from February, you'd be 100% up. Now let's have a look on the weekly. On the weekly, yeah, it's just got rejected completely by this resistance line here. So now it's come down. It's hit this 10-20, this 20 support. It's just wicked below it. Nothing too dangerous just yet. It's not concerning me. But if we look on the daily, bigger. Okay, cool. So again, the same kind of pattern that I've been seeing. It's not a full cup and handle, but it is a very subtle cup and handle that is formed. So you might be able to see it if I draw it in. You see it? This is the same pattern that I've spotted on the entire altcoin market, but no one else is talking about it. And I'm just like, this is crazy that no one's talking about it. From here, however, the only pessimistic thing about Coinbase is this 10-20 cross here. So personally, I wouldn't be buying any more Coinbase until we get that cross again on the upside. So just be cautious on that. But as soon as we get that cross again, we'll be bullish on that on Coinbase. So I'd expect that to happen around here, around the 263 mark. But with this one, I would just keep an eye on the 10-20 cross on this one. I think the opportunities to get in at $30 are gone. To get you 10x return on Coinbase, I think that window is gone now. But yeah, keep your eye on that. Let me just show you this cup and handle on the altcoins market. And again, you would never see this if you're not a weirdo that looks on 3-month candles like I do. I'd probably, in fact, challenge you to find someone else on YouTube that looks at crypto on 3-month candles. 3 months and monthlies. It just doesn't, I've personally not seen anyone else doing it. Okay, cool. So this is when I spotted it. Because I was looking at this and I was like, hang on a minute, that looks like the basin. And then if this is a red candle, that would then be the handle. So then I looked at it on the monthly. Let me get rid of this banana zone drawing. In fact, for you guys, I will get rid of all of my TA on this drawing just to prove a point. Do I have any major marked in? No, I don't. So I can get rid of all of them. So let me get rid of all drawings. New drawings. Boom. Okay, so we're fresh as the daisy now. Look, now can you see it? There is nobody talking about this. Nobody. Now, check this on the weekly. It's even more clear on the weekly. Push it in. See it? See it better? Clear as day. And now the RSI has gone lower. So for me, I saw this and I was like, a cup and handle in line with the perfect moment when quadruple witching is happening, and in line with the perfect moment when you're at the Wyckoff spring moment. Yeah, it happened end of May. Like it's literally like last week. And now cup and handle, and look at this support line. Are you kidding me? On the weekly. Come on. Really? Can you get better than that? Someone needs to others. Yeah. Do you want to see what you betting? The cup and handle's clearer. So on here, look. This looks more like a handle here. This actually looks like an actual handle in comparison to the way that I've drawn it. Look, let me refresh that, and I'll show you. So if I'm holding the cup, I want this bit to sit on my finger in it. Now do you see it? The cup, that's the handle. And if this, so the safe space here, I'm comfortable with this until it hits 183, where the moving average is. If it hits 183, pull from there. If it does hit 183, that is an absolute buy zone. I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, so for me, it's dollar cost average in, and then just increase the amount that I'm dollar cost averaging in if we get down to 183. So yeah, that is that. Let's quickly look at the bonds based on this liquidity talk that I was just talking about. So as we can see, bond market has been up, 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 up. But what we're looking for is any reason or any TA suggesting that the 10-year bonds might come down. And look at that. What do we have that could happen right here? This 1020 could cross over. Might not, but let's see what happens. Let's go and have a look at the 5-year bond. Again, similar picture. 2-year bond, similar picture. Or if we go to the daily, it's already happened on the 2-year. It's already happened on the 5-year. It's already happened on the 10-year. So bonds are already in a selling trajectory. So what we're waiting for is this actually a downtrend on the 10-year bond? Or is it going to break out? So is it this trend or is it this trend? Let's see. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. In regards to Bitcoin, again, beautiful wick tap out here. So from here, yeah, I'm just expecting bullishness. But what I have to reiterate is that this is not a time to buy Bitcoin. I've been saying this for about almost, been saying this since around this price, since around the 30K, 40K price. It's not a time to buy Bitcoin. It is a time most definitely to be buying alts. All this going into the alts, Bitcoin is not going to do a 10x. It's just not. if Bitcoin does a 10x, it disrupts the entire global financial system. If Solana does a 10x, it's just happy days. If Polkadot does a 10x, just happy days. If pretty much any alt does a 10x, that's feasible. It doesn't need to get to 10 trillion market cap. So people buying into Bitcoin now thinking they're getting a 10x, sorry, you've just not done the maths. So yeah, that is this episode of an open call of the dojo. Anyone got any? I'm gonna extend it because I'm feeling nice and I'm in my bag. Emily, is there anything you want me to look at or give my 2 cents on?
No, that is very, very accurate. Thank you so much.
No worries.
And I've got to go, but thank you.
No worries. Thank you as always for joining us.
Yes, thank you. Thank you,
Thanks,
BitBlond.
We appreciate you.
As always, take care.
See you later.
Take care,
And then
dude.
last but not least, then Ben, is there anything you want me to look at?
I'm just observing on the sideline, but maybe Stacks.
Stacks. That is a great call. That is a great call. I was looking at Stacks in the public portfolio the other day. It is up. So I think hopefully the TA is still on here from when we were looking at it. We in our public portfolio, which we publicly share with everybody and have done for the last however long, our Stacks is up 96%.
Nice.
Which isn't bad at all. Year to date, 138%. So Stacks. There's a potential support here at this order block. But let's just zoom out and go weekly first. Again, I'm not seeing anything too tasty. If anything, I'm a bit fearful on Stacks because this 10-20 cross here is obvious as hell on the weekly as well. So unless this is actually the support where this order block is, I'd be a bit wary of Stacks. To be honest, I would want it to go above this 20 moving average here. So if it went above $2, $2.10, yeah, then I'd feel comfortable that it's going to move from there. So I'll probably put a buy order here. Actually, there's the clear resistance, 2.451. If it got above that, I'd be happy with that. So let me just put that in there. So that would be my buying level there, and I think from there it would go and do at least 100 to 200% on that one. Potentially even a 10x on Stacks, to be honest with you. Let's go and have a look at it on the daily. Yeah, it's below the moving average here. It's getting a bit battered. But this support now is even more clear. And you've got your wick tap out there with a nice low RSI. Yeah, okay, yeah. Stacks is looking okay.
Nice, thank you.
I'm not crazy on it, but it's yeah, looking good. Coolios. Perfect.
Appreciated. Thank you.
No worries, buddy. We'll speak to you soon. See you later, everybody.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Take care,
Bye, bye,
guys.
bye, bye.
See you in a bit.